address the 4-day work week, 4-day school week. So we were honored to do that, and we're delighted to have him tonight. And I'd like to welcome Mr. Baker.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate the opportunity to come here and talk to you tonight about something that we're talking about here. It's called the Flex Plan. But it is an honor for me to be here, and I do really appreciate this opportunity. First of all, I do want you to know that this is just a plan. This is just something that we're looking at. This is not something that we're trying to shove at you or something we've made our minds up that we're going to do. That is not true. It is not something that we're trying to make you do. These are just some ideas that we've come up with, some things that we're thinking about, and we're just looking at every angle. Now understand, this is not a perfect plan. I wish I had a perfect plan, but it is not. It is a plan that we have looked at, and we just have a process that we're going through, and that's what we're kind of following here tonight. First of all, this plan is called the Flex Plan, Fun Learning Experience. Now, that's exactly what I want it to be, a fun learning experience. I've learned over the course of time with me teaching, it doesn't matter if I'm teaching or coaching or whatever, I've got to make it entertaining to a certain extent, and if I can do that, I get the kids' attention a lot more. So I hope this plan is a fun learning experience. Now, the way we've done this thing is that we have talked about this, we've talked about it for a year. I've looked around, I've done some research on this, and what we have done is we have introduced this to the faculty first in all our schools. Then we've gone to the students, and I've talked to the students about this to let them know what we're looking at. And after we have done both of those, then I go to the parents and I talk to them about this, just like we're doing here tonight. I want to inform them of what we're looking at. So that's the plan of action of what we're trying to do, and this is the last step in it. Now, once we have talked to each the students and the parents, we have surveys. The surveys the students will fill out, and they'll send them back in. We'll chart those and see how many students are interested and how many are not. Same thing with the parents. As soon as we get through with this tonight, Mr. Cochran tomorrow morning will pass these surveys out, send them home, and we'll get those back. If you like it, fine. If you don't like it, we're not going to do it. So that's what we're doing all over the county, all over the county. Now, the purpose of this plan is twofold. I've always felt like that hands-on is the way to reach most kids. And I remember myself, and when I was growing up, I understood better if somebody was teaching me more with hands-on than if I were listening to someone speak, or someone was trying to show me a film or a tape or listen to a tape. If someone was kind of hands-on teaching to me, I learned better. So that is kind of what started this thing rolling. I felt like that hands-on, we could reach some of the kids that we might not be able to reach otherwise. Some kids, and your children may be one of them, it could sit in a classroom, a teacher talk for the length of the class period, and would pick up everything that teacher said. But there's some students that don't learn exactly the same way as others. So we're trying to give them different opportunities. Now, we hope to be able to save some money in this process. We hope that if we didn't have a 5th day flex program, and I'll explain to you how it operates in just a minute, but if we didn't have this 5th day, we feel like that we could save around $470,000. But we feel like that having this 5th day program, that we can still save some money, not nearly that much, and still be able to teach and reach some kids that we might not be able to reach on the regular 5-day plan that we have now. So we twofold right there. We feel like we can teach these kids through hands-on learning and through and also saving some money. So that's the two main reasons that we're doing this. Now, the way this thing would work, if it goes through, is that whether it's a Monday or a Friday, it does not really matter. Whichever one that is decided on, we'll go with. And a lot of people have said Monday would be the better day. Tuesday through Friday would be a plan set up that would go from 7:30 to 3:30. 7:30 to 3:30, 4 days a week. And on that fifth day, we would go from 7:30 to 11:30 with our flex plan, and then from 11:30 to 4 o'clock, we hope to piggyback with the after-school program if the students wanted to go to that also. Now, we hope to be able to save some money with bus routes. Right now, we have about 51 bus routes that go throughout our county. And not every student is going to want to do this. Not every parent is going to want to do this. But the students that want to come, we would provide transportation for them. And just guessing, we don't know yet until we get all the surveys back. We're just guessing that we could save by running maybe anywhere from 8 to 10 buses rather than 51 throughout the county. We plan to have 3 sites. At the north end, Horseshoe Bend, 1 central location in Dable, 1 school, and at the south end we'd have Reeltown. Now, we feel like that we can save money even if we have this at that particular site. Just say, for example, Reeltown. We wouldn't have 100% of the kids that would participate in this. So the areas that would not be used, we would shut those areas down and save on utilities. The other schools that we're not opening, we could shut the building down on that day and we could save utilities in the building on that particular day. So we feel like utilities and bus routes and the savings of transportation could be tremendous for us. Now, this is a voluntary day. This is what this is. Not every child is going to want to do this. It is voluntary. I would like to have 100%. Just the surveys that I have seen so far, not all of them, but just the ones I've seen, the children, it's around 80% of the ones that really like it. Now, what I want to do, before I go on any further, is I want to read to you a few things that we have down for the curriculum. And like I said, these are hands-on. Some of them will apply to your child and some will not. We ask the children to pick, in the survey, pick 5 of the ones we have listed. Understand that some of these will be for younger kids and some will be for older kids. And we even have spaces down there for children and parents to write in some information. If you like something better than what we have right here, write it down. We want to look at what everybody is interested in. Now, just to throw some of these things out. Web design, computer, multimedia, covers a lot of area. Our children are becoming technology savvy. There, as a matter of fact, the meeting I was at just earlier in the week said a lot of our younger generation are almost becoming dependent on technology. We don't want to necessarily be dependent on it, but we would like to give them every opportunity in the area of technology. We have something called Lights, Camera, Action, which is chorus, theater, and performing arts. Twilight Book Club, Harry Potter Book Club, hip-hop, math, and history, science. There are a lot of systems in the state and also around the country that will take whatever popular music that the kids like, and they will insert some of the agenda, whatever the subject matter is, into the songs and let the kids learn it this way. If they like the songs, they'll remember the words. And I know you can relate to that with your children. They can tell you every word in these songs. They might not know everything in their science and history. They can tell you the words of these songs. So we